Chelsea season is spiralling out of control and the pressure is mounting rapidly on manager Liam Rosenior after yet another painful defeat. This time it came at the hands of Manchester City, and while the scoreline may show a 3-0 loss, the story behind it is even more concerning for Chelsea fans. At Stamford Bridge, there was actually a sense of optimism in the first half. Chelsea looked organised, disciplined, and determined to frustrate one of the best teams in the world. For 45 minutes, they managed to hold City at bay, showing glimpses of structure and tactical awareness that suggested maybe, just maybe, they could turn their form around. But then came the second half, and everything collapsed. City came out with intensity, precision and ruthlessness. The breakthrough arrived through Nico O'Reilly, whose header completely shifted the momentum of the game. From that moment on, Chelsea looked shaken. Their confidence dropped, their shape disappeared, and the belief that they could get something from the game faded almost instantly. Not long after, Marc doubled the lead with a composed finish, exposing Chelsea's defensive fragility. And to make matters worse, the ever-dangerous Jeremy Doku added a third, wrapping up a dominant performance for Manchester City and leaving Chelsea completely exposed. This defeat wasn't just another loss. It was symbolic of a team that has lost its direction, and the numbers back it up. 5 consecutive defeats, just 1 win in their last 7 matches, knocked down to 6th place in the Premier League, 7 points off the top 4. For a club with Chelsea's ambitions, that is simply unacceptable. What makes this situation even more frustrating is how promising things looked not too long ago. When Rosenior first took over from Enzo Maresca, there was a clear sense of identity forming. The team looked energetic, the players seemed motivated, and results were starting to improve. But fast forward a few weeks and that momentum has completely vanished. The heavy defeat to PSG in the Champions League before the international break was a major warning sign. It exposed serious weaknesses in the squad, both tactically and mentally. And instead of responding positively, Chelsea have only continued to decline. Now questions are being asked at every level of the club. Is the squad good enough? Is the system working? And most importantly, is Liam Rosenior the right man to lead this team? One person who has made his opinion very clear is Marco Materazzi. The former World Cup winner did not hold back when discussing Chelsea's current situation. According to Materazzi, Chelsea need to make a change, and quickly. He pointed out that while the squad is full of young talent, they may not have the right manager to guide them through such a crucial phase. In his view, this isn't just about poor results, it's about leadership, direction, and having someone who can truly unlock the potential of these players. And then came the most surprising part of his comments. Materazzi urged Chelsea to go after Cesc Fàbregas. Yes, that's Cesc Fàbregas, a former Arsenal captain, a Chelsea title winner, and now a young manager making waves in Italy. With Como, at first it might sound like a bold, even risky suggestion, but when you actually think about it, it starts to make a lot of sense. Fabregas is not just any former player. He is someone who understands the Premier League inside out. He knows what it takes to win at the highest level. And perhaps most importantly, he has already built strong connections with Chelsea during his playing career. Under his management at Como, Fabregas has shown signs of being a modern, intelligent coach. His teams play with structure, creativity and confidence, qualities that Chelsea are currently lacking. Materazzi believes that Fabregas would be the perfect fit for this Chelsea squad, especially because of its youth. Young players often respond better to a coach who has recently experienced the game at the highest level, someone they can relate to, trust and learn from. And that could be exactly what Chelsea need right now. However, making such a move would not be simple. For one, Chelsea's board is reportedly still willing to give Rosenior more time. They understand that constant managerial changes can be damaging, especially when trying to build a long-term project. Secondly, Fabregas himself may not be ready to leave Como just yet. He is in the early stages of his managerial career and may prefer to continue developing in a less pressured environment before taking on a job of Chelsea's magnitude. But football moves fast, and if Chelsea's current form continues, the pressure could force the club into making a decision sooner rather than later. Because let's be honest, time is running out. With only 6 games remaining in the season, every point matters. Every performance matters. And right now, Chelsea are not showing any signs of improvement. The dressing room morale is likely low, the fans are growing impatient, and the expectations at a club like Chelsea never disappear. This is a team that is used to competing for titles, not fighting just to stay in the top 6. So the big question is, do Chelsea stick with Liam Rosenior and hope he can turn things around? Or do they take a bold risk, make a change, and potentially bring in someone like Cesc Fàbregas to lead a new era? There is no easy answer, but one thing is certain. The next few weeks could define Chelsea's future for years to come. So, Chelsea fans, what do you think? Should the club stick with Rosenior or go all in for Fabregas? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for the latest Chelsea updates every single day.